May I suspend my questioning while I study some of these new documents that arrived, Mr. Chair?
Okay, thank you. Okay, before I turn over to Senator Recto, I just want to ask, by the way, one administrative matter. Mr. Bautista, could you supply the full name, if you have not, full name and the address of your messenger, the one who was sick today?
Well, I don't have his full address, but I have his full name.
Yes, but he's your employee.
Yes, sir,
so
I will get it and provide to the committee secretary. I'll get
okay.
it now.
Okay, get it now. Thank you. I'd just like to ask RCBC about the, you remember at the very start we were talking about the thank you letters?
Yes, Your Honor.
The procedure is when somebody opens an account with your bank, thank you letters are sent, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the one that sends, I think it's a thank you for opening an account. And I think this is standard operating procedure even in other banks. No?
Yes.
So it's thank you for opening an account, and it's sent to the address of the person, of the account holder. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that is one check and balance. To check one of the means to check whether or not the account is legitimate. Can you now tell the committee if the thank you letters for the 4 or 5 accounts were returned because of wrong address?
Your Honor, of the 5 accounts, 4 were returned, and the branch manager, Maia de Guito, Angela Torres, the CSH, and the immediate superior of Maia was advised by email of the return of 4 of the 5 accounts, the Lagrosas, Vasquez, Cruz, and Picache. The Vergara account, the letter did not return.
The letter did not return, and Ms. De Guito was advised,
informed, was advised, Your Honor.
via email.
Via email.
Ms. De Guito, you care to comment?
Your Honor, as far as we can remember, there is nothing that we received from the email that the thank you letters were returned. Otherwise, it will be sent to the branch for us to manually coordinate with the client as to the validity of the address and why was it returned.
I don't.
But you're claiming that it was sent.
In fact, Your Honor, she received her emails for the Lagrosas account, the return to sender, on June 3, 2015, for the Vasquez account on August 20, 2015, for the Cruz account on June 16, 2015, and for the Picache account on June 3, 2015. It's in our system, Your Honor.
So it's all, it's a long time before the dollars came in,
a
the
long
81.
time before, Your Honor.
Because 2015, the dollars came in February 2016.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you care to comment on that, Mr. Guito?
Sir, my answer is still, I have stated my answer already. I have been pulled out from Jupiter February 12. I was given a memo to directly report to the district heads starting February 15, but I failed to report. So I went back to work February 16, and I was given the preventive suspension. So since that time, I have no access to my email. I have no access to the documents. I stayed away from everybody in the branch so that they can freely have an investigation on the matter. So as to what happened with the emails, as to what happened with the documents, I really have no idea.
Okay, thank you. Senator Recto?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we have in the possession of the committee documents submitted by Philrem with regard to acknowledgement receipts. Nakalagay dito, delivered by Mark. Is this the messenger that you were saying? delivered by
Yes, Your
Juan.
Honor.
There are several acknowledgement receipts, no? And there's a signature of a Chinese person. And this is the signature of the person you're saying, Wei Kangshu.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this was signed in the presence of Mr. Kim Wong.
Some of it, Your Honor.
Not all of it. Wasn't he there in all the deliveries and pickups? Kim Wong and Wei Kangshu?
Except for 2 days.
Which are the 2 days?
12 and 13, diba? 12 and 13.
Okay. So 12 and 13 is another 100 million, $3.5 million, and $6 million, and another 100 million. So 6 million plus 3.5, 9.5 million, and 200 million, right? So this explains the missing money, in effect. Because sinasabi nyo, you gave it to Wei Kangshu, and Mr. Kim Wong was not there. Is that correct?
Sorry, what's the question, Your Honor?
You said earlier that except for 2 days,
Yes.
you delivered money to Wei Kangshu and Mr. Wong was not around.
I delivered the first day, and then the so many days they picked up in the house.
Okay. And was
The 12 and the 13th, ang wala ho si Mr. Wong.
and the 12 and 13, si Wei Kangshu lang to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And he picked this up also in your house.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wala siyang interpreter na kasama. O meron?
It's the same person, Your Honor.
Yeah. So wala si Mr. Kim Wong dito.
Wala po.
So ito yung sinasabi nyo. So more or less, this is $9.5 million plus 200 million. Ito yung sinasabi ni
Yes, Your Honor.
posible. $4.2 million more or less yung halaga ng 200 million. 4.2 plus the 6, 10.2. Okay? Okay. So that should explain partially. Na ibigay ninyo, that what you're saying, not in the presence of Kim Wong,
Yes, Your
but
Honor.
in your house also.
Yes.
Okay? And Mark will attest to this.
Yes, Your Honor, and he was also there.
Okay?
Excuse me, who is he? For the record, for the record.
Sorry.
sir. I was there, sir.
Mr. Concon Bautista, you were there.
Okay.
Okay, so this is no longer in Soler, the deliveries.
Yes, sir. It was
Okay.
picked up in the house.
Oh, it was picked up. Okay. Mr. Kim Wong, do you confirm that at least in 4 occasions, you were there nung dineliver yung pera, kasama mo si Wei Kangshu?
Hindi po.
So never mo nakasama si Wei Kangshu?
Never po.
It's always the money was given to you.
Hindi po. Yung pinipick up ko po sa bahay, ako lang po mag-isa.
Tama.
Opo.
Hindi, sa Soler, di ba, may 100 kang nakuha. Tama?
Opo. Ako po yung
Tapos,
nakatanggap.
Three other times, ikaw ang pumikap sa bahay nila.
Opo.
Wala kang kasamang Wei Kangshu.
Wala po.
Ikaw mismo
Opo. Tsaka mga tao ko po.
at mga tao mo.
Opo.
Meron bang pinapirmahan sa'yo, acknowledgement receipt?
Wala po.
Wala.
Wala po.
Okay. Kilala mo yung Mark?
Hindi ko po kilala po.
Okay. Pwede mo tignan tong dokumentong ito?
Opo, sir.
You have the passport of Wei Kangshu. Tignan mo yung signature mo pareho. Miss Bautista, are you saying that the signature there is a signature of Wei Kangshu?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sir, ano po tanong niyo po dito?
Nung nag-pick up ka ng pera sa kanila, sa bahay nila, sinasabi mo, wala si Wei Kang-shu, ikaw ang pumikap, di ba? Ikaw ba yung nakapirma dyan?
Hindi po.
Ngayon mo lang nakita yung dokumentong yan?
Ngayon lang po.
Ngayon lang?
Opo, sir.
Okay. Kilala mo yung Wei Kang-shu?
Kilala ko po.
Alam mo ba yung signature niya?
Hindi ko po, pero alam ko, pirma, parang isang letter lang po eh.
Passport eh. Yung AMLA document. Okay, ito yung AMLA. Thank you po. Yes.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Okay, so wala kang pinipirmahan?
Wala po, wala po.
Okay. You never made Mr. Wong sign any document sa bahay niya? Mr.
No,
sa bahay ninyo, rather.
Oh, wala, Your Honor, because ang beneficiary namin si Mr. Wei Kang-soo.
Na tinatanggihan naman yun ni, ni Maia. Okay? Mr. Wong, did you ever instruct Maia to instruct Philrem na ibigay itong perang ito, yung 1 billion sa Eastern Hawaii Leisure?
Sir, nung nagkausap po kami ni nila Wei Kang-soo, so sinasabi niya sa akin, sabihin sa kanila, lahat kung maaari idalhin sa Soler, yung 1 bilang iwan doon, kasi para
Iwan saan?
sa Eastern Hawaii po.
Okay.
Opo, Sigaw po. Kasi sila po nag-usap diding. So, ganun ang in-explain ko sa kanila.
Kay Maia?
Kay Maia po.
Okay.
Opo.
So, maliwanag, sinabihan mo si Maia na yung pera sa Philrem ibigay sa Eastern Hawaii. Is that correct, Maia?
For Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii, Your
Correct.
Honor.
Okay. So, ito, walang problema dito sa testimonya eh. Ha? Tinatanggap ni Mr. Wong na inutos sa'yo, na inutos mo sa Philrem na yung 1 billion ibigay sa Eastern Hawaii.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Tinatanggap mo rin na inutos sa'yo ni Mr. Wong na sabihin sa Philrem na ibigay yung pera sa Soler.
Yes, Bloomberry, yes, Your Honor.
Bloomberry, yung 1.3 whatever billion, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ang hindi mo tinatanggap, yung cash transactions.
Wala po kasi akong ganong
Correct.
instruction.
Okay. Wala rin instruction sa iyo si Mr. Wong na ibigay ito kay Wei Kang-shu.
Wala din po, Your
Wala
Honor.
rin. Okay. So as far as you're concerned, there were instructions given to you and you relayed the instructions to Philrem. Ibigay yung 1 billion sa Eastern Hawaii, ibigay yung 1.3 billion roughly, more or less, to Bloomberry. At yan, lahat, naging bank-to-bank yan. At walang inutos sa iyo si Mr. Kim Wong na mag-deliver ng 600 million pesos in cash. $18 million. Walang sinabi si Kim Wong na sabihin sa Philrem na ito yung gagawin.
Wala po.
Wala. Paano mo na-instruct ang Philrem doon sa Eastern Hawaii at Soler? Telepono lang?
Yes, Your Honor.
Voice call?
Yes, Your Honor.
May voice call. Walang
Apo.
text message?
Wala po.
Wala. Okay. Sino yung sinasabihan mo? Si Mr. Bautista ba? Si Concon Bautista ba? O si Mrs. Salud Bautista?
Sir, I talked to both of them. Hindi ko na po matandaan kung kanino ko siya
So
nasasabi.
both of them ang
Apo,
kausap
apo.
mo?
Kung kanino ko nasabi yung para
And you have their numbers on your cell phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you confirm, either Ms. Salud or Concon, that Maia did instruct you to remit through the bank yung PNB, Eastern Hawaii.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you confirm with regard to Bloomberry.
Yes, Your Honor.
The problem now is really in the cash.
Yes, Your Honor.
Diba? Okay. Okay. And you claim that these are real documents, these acknowledgement receipts.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. But you also confirm, and you did not admit this in the first few hearings, na si Mr. Wong was always present in Soler, or the first time in Soler, and thank you, Mr. Attorney. That's fine with me. Don't worry. Okay. And in Soler and in the house. You never mentioned also, it's only now that I looked at the documents, it would appear that para lumalabas lagi Mr. Wong was there as an interpreter. But now you're saying that in 2 occasions, he was not there as an interpreter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? Okay. So parang may onsihan din dito. Ah. That's how it would appear. Ah. You don't blame
Your Honor,
us with...
no, it's okay, Your Honor, but
That's
I
how
would
it
just
appears
like
here,
to...
Kasi what is a fact is, again, let me repeat, $80 million did enter your account. We know the 61 went to the casinos. Then, now withdraw, one way or the other. As you tried to explain in all of these money changers and pawn shops and whatever it is, conveniently you had the cash somewhere available. Okay? And Mark signed all of this. And he is not here today. Suddenly may sakit. Diba? That's how it looks like here. Huh?
Excuse me. Ms. Salud, could you just give a verbal response for the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me move on naman. Mr. Adrian Yuico, what do you know in all of this?
Your Honor, none, sir.
None.
Yes, Your Honor.
So there was never a meeting in your residence in Forbes?
Sir, the meeting was originally planned by Sir Romy Agarado, and I only suggested my house.
Romy asked for a meeting. Okay.
No, sir. He wanted to drink. He
Okay.
said 50-second state. And I suggested my house, and that's the only connection I have with the alleged meeting.
Okay. And you've heard of this. You've seen the testimony of Mr. Romy?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And you know what's happening, right? With Maia and Romy, right?
Now I know, Your Honor.
Now, what about in the previous hearing, yung kay Maia na they use your residence now to
Sir,
bribe other officers of the bank?
Your Honor, wala po ako narinig na ganon.
Okay.
We were all together. Yun lang
Okay.
po.
So, wala kang narinig na gano'n?
Wala po, Your Honor.
So, hindi totoo yung sinasabi ni Romy?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Yung sinasabi ni Romy that she
Yes.
tried to bribe the others and so on
Yes,
and so
Your
forth.
Honor. Kasi nandun po kami lahat.
Okay. Isn't it that your picture is in one of the accounts?
That, Your Honor, I don't believe, but I don't know how they said na ako po yun. I wanted to have a copy. Kasi sana makita ko talaga yung ID just to prove if it's
Okay.
me.
Yeah. RCBC, in which account does his picture come out in?
Adrian Yuhico's face comes out in the Lagrosas account, which had $30 million, Your Honor.
Okay. And he works with RCBC?
He's a reserve officer. And
what does that mean? What is a reserve officer?
He's not assigned to a specific branch. He was not assigned to Jupiter. But we are aware that on February 5 in the morning, while they were waiting for the remittances to come in, Adrian Yuhico was in the branch together with Maia de Guito. So
Yeah.
we...
Adrian, is that true? On February 5 in the morning, were you in the branch that day?
Sir, to be honest, I'm always there in the branch, most of the time.
Okay.
But I cannot remember if I was there during
February
5.
5. Okay, got it. Yeah.
If I may add, Your Honor,
Yeah.
I have the affidavit of Romulo Agarado saying that he was in the house of Adrian Yuhico when the 5 million peso bribe was
Yeah, we're
made.
familiar with that. And
I
it's-
also have the affidavits of Lauren Anthony Escobar confirming the same thing,
Yeah.
and Raymart Marbella. These are branch officers. So we have several affidavits confirming the same thing, Your Honor.
Okay. Next question. Who are the others? So you have one photo in one account. Who are the others?
We have another account that we've identified, and it's the Michael Cruz account, Your Honor.
Okay.
And we believe that the face is of a gentleman by the name of Robert Bonagua.
And who is this person? Does he work with RCBC?
No, Your Honor. based on his Facebook, he works or is a senior manager in the former employer of Ms. De Guito, of Maia De Guito.
Is that correct, Ms. Guito?
Sir, let me answer on that.
Yes, okay.
As I've mentioned before, I was pulled out from the branch February 12.
Yes.
As far as the documents are concerned, I don't know what happened. Okay. They were saying it's the picture of Adrian Uico. As far as I can remember, in the last audit of the branch, the regular audit, one of the findings there was the account of Lagrosas. Adrian frequents the branch. So if he is the one on the picture, the audit could have recognized it already. Second, a friend, the one they're mentioning, Robert Bonagua, texted my husband last weekend
Okay.
that his Facebook was hacked and some pictures were grabbed. And somebody logged into it as Michael Cruz. We have a screenshot of the text message that he sent to my husband because I'm not communicating with anyone now. So I don't know. And just to note, Robert Bonagua is also from East West Bank. Adrian came from East West Bank. I came from East West Bank. Torres came from East West Bank. I don't know why East West Bank has been dragged on this.
So 3 of the 4 accounts came from East West Bank. Parang ganon. Yung mga litrato.
They were saying 2. One is Adrian,
Yeah.
one is
Okay.
appearing to be my friend,
Okay.
which I am telling you now that he's connected to East West Bank.
Yes,
I
yes.
feel it's very unfair that a lot of people has been,
So you're saying that you had nothing to do with using their pictures in opening accounts?
of course not, sir.
Okay. So that's your, in effect, I'm helping you make your testimony. That's the implication, right?
I'm sorry. Yes, Your
So
Honor.
it's possible. What you're saying is someone, you left the branch, these documents may have been manufactured. That's what you're saying.
That could possibly be, because they could look at it. I was pulled out in the branch February 12. I have a memo February 12. I was preventively suspended February 16. How could I get hold of all of those? And they, as far as I know, they pulled out my computer in the branch.
Okay. Yes, please.
Your Honor, I just would like to answer. There's no sense or logic in what she's saying. The IDs were submitted in May 2015 by Ms. De Guito. She was the one who supposedly met these people. At first, she said she met them in Soler, and then she met them in Maida. So we also do not understand her inconsistencies. I don't know the relation why the account of Robert Bonagua was hacked has anything to do with this. If the picture of the gentleman is Robert Bonagua, then it should be the same, regardless of hacking or not. And lastly, I would like to say the identity of Adrian Ujico was an unexpected incident. We didn't know who he was. We interviewed him because of some meetings in his home. And when we saw him, we identified him as Lagrosas. I also should say that in the investigation, there was no...
But he works with you, right?
Yes, Your Honor,
ICBC.
but it's 7,000 people in our
but
group.
you should
He's
not
not
say that-
assigned in head office,
Yeah, but
Your
you should
Honor.
not say that you don't know who he
I
was, right?
personally
Yeah,
have never met him. That's what I
Okay,
meant, Your Honor.
Yes, okay. And then, okay, if they opened it in May, meron kayong auditing.
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you audit it?
The last audit was early this year, Your Honor.
So prior to what? Early this year is what?
January, around January,
So
Your
dapat
Honor.
nakita na yon.
We do not do 100% of all the accounts, and these accounts were not pulled out. May I just say the documents were pulled out February 10, while Maia De Guito was in the branch.
Okay. Okay. Who are the other?
We haven't identified, Your Honor. The
So-
faces, we haven't identified.
Okay, so yung dalawa hindi pa na-identify. Or
No,
tatlo.
tatlo. We haven't identified the 3.
So only 2.
We are looking, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you for that testimony. Okay. And they've never seen this. Mr. Adrian Uigo has never seen these documents.
I wouldn't
It
know,
would
Your
appear.
Honor. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's all, Your Honor, for this point in time. Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, Senator Bam Aquino.
Just a quick question, Mr. Chairman, regarding the IDs. So, Mr. Guito, yung mga tao sa ID na sinadmit sa'yo for opening of accounts, you met them personally, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So, yung bawat isang tao dun sa ID, si Cruz, si Lagrosas, etc., Galvez, na-meet mo sila?
Yes, Your Honor.
At yung mga muka na na-meet mo personally, yun rin yung muka sa ID?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. At hindi mo naisip, parang kamukha to ni Adrian o kamukha ng former office mate ko?
Kasi hindi naman po kamukha.
Hindi naman kamukha?
Opo.
Okay. Yung mga Xerox copy na nakita namin, na submit, it's a little, hindi siya malinaw eh. But yung original records mo ba malinaw yung mga picture niya?
Yeah, I would say the original,
Was
I mean,
clear.
the file in the branch
Yes.
is clear. I may not remember it as, I will just have to ask po.
Okay.
It's a clear copy. What we have in the branch is a clear copy.
Okay. May I ask RCBC, do you have those, we've already agreed to open up the accounts.
Yes,
no?
Your
Can you
Honor.
give us the original ones? Because the ones that the
Yes.
committee has, medyo, to be very honest,
Or
medyo
blurred.
blurred na siya, no?
Your Honor, I don't have the originals with me, but I have clearer copies than what you might have.
Okay, could we submit that to the
So,
committee,
yes,
please?
Your Honor.
Alright. Tanungin ko lang si Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong, sa inyong testimony, nung araw na binukas yung mga account,
Opo.
walang ibang tao doon.
Wala. Opo. Doon sa office ko po, si Gao lang po, si Maia, tsaka ako po.
Tsaka ikaw.
Opo.
Pero si Miss Guito, kasama niya yung mga ibang kasama sa branch. 'Di ba? Kasi if I'm not mistaken, kumain kayo.
But they were outside, Your
They were
Honor.
outside. I think they were in the restaurant yata, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, sa labas lang po.
So alam mo na may mga kasama siya.
Opo.
Okay.
Nasa labas po.
May I ask, Miss Maia, yung mga kasama mo ba, will they testify na yung 5 tao nandun na kasama mo with Mr. Wong?
They didn't see them.
They didn't see. So,
Kasi after po a while, we went na to the Japanese restaurant.
okay. Oh, paborito ko rin yung Japanese restaurant na yan. So, they were waiting in the Japanese restaurant for you.
Opo.
Nasaan ba yung office ni Kim Wong?
Nandun po sa loob ng casino.
So, hindi siya on the same, is it on the same floor?
Hindi po.
Hindi. So, magkaibang floor siya?
Opo.
So, hindi nila nakita yung 5 tao?
No.
Okay. Was Mr. Yuiko part of that group? Na nag-lunch ba yan o dinner?
Parang po.
Adrian, ang testimony ni Ms. Guito is nag-meet sila, na-meet niya yung 5 tao, binigay yung mga dokumento, tama, di ba? At dala-dala niya dun sa kainan. That's right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you attest to that? That in that get-together ninyo, on that day that these accounts were first brought up, dala-dala nga niya yung mga folder na may mga ID at may mga bank documents?
Your Honor, sumunod po ako sa kanila. That is true. Yung documents po, hindi ko na po kasi tinignan kasi I was invited lang po to eat.
Okay. Pero, ang alam ko kasi, kung di ako nagkakamali, nandun na sila, tapos pumasok si Maia.
Sir, ako po sumunod.
Sumunod ka lang.
Yung iba po.
Si Ms. Torres was there?
Sir, Your Honor, I met Sir Kim at yun, sa labas ng Japanese restaurant. Hindi po sa harapan nila.
Okay. But binigay niya, if I'm not mistaken, binigay niya yung mga dokumento.
It's inside the envelope, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I just want to know, Ms. Torres, if you can come to the mic. You were present in this, lunch ba to? Dinner, Ms. Guito?
Dinner po.
Dinner. You were present in this dinner, di ba, Ms. Torres?
Please repeat.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo. Late pumasok si Ms. Guito kasi kausap niya si Mr. Wong. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pagpasok ba niya, may dala siyang envelope ng mga dokumento?
Sir, hindi ko na po maalala, pero parang may dala siyang envelope.
Okay. At hindi mo nakita yung mga taong I'm sure nakita mo rin yung files because you're the assistant of Ms. Guito, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Hindi mo nakita yung mga taong yon physically?
No.
No. But you're attesting to the fact that the meeting took place. Meron bang ibang makapag-testify na nakita nila yung 5 tao, Ms. Guito? Sa pagkakaalam mo, sa lahat ng mga kaibigan mong nandun, meron ba?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Wala. Because Mr. Wong is sticking to his story na 3 lang kayo. That's right, Mr. Wong, no?
Opo, Your Honor.
Pumasok ba si Mr. Wong dun sa dinner? Sumama ba siya sa dinner?
No, Your Honor.
Sumama ka ba sa dinner, Mr. Wong?
Hindi po ako umakyat sa taas.
Kilala mo rin ba yung mga staff ni Ms. Guito?
Hindi ko po kilala.
So-
Pero kasi po dun sa office ko, pagpasok po, may bench po. Nandyan po sila.
Okay. So, nakita kayo?
Nakita ko kasi hindi ko pinapasok.
And
Hindi
do you
ko sila
attest,
kilala.
you came late, no, Mr. Yuiko? Ms. Torres, nakita nyo si Mr. Wong?
Sorry. No, Your Honor.
So you're saying hindi kayo nakita? Hindi kayo naghihintay sa labas ng office niya dun sa bench? Hindi. She's nodding no. So you're saying, Mr. Wong, nakita kayo ng mga staff? Nakita ka ng mga staff ni Ms. Guito?
May mga tao siya kasama eh.
Sila
So,
ba yan? Si Ms. Torres ba yun?
Hindi ko na masyadong matanda.
Si Mr. Yuiko ba yun?
Hindi ko masyadong matanda.
Hindi ko matanda.
Kasi, pag hindi ko kausap, walang appointment, hindi ko pinapasok.
Mr. Wong, may secretary ka ba sa office mo?
Wala po akong secretary, pero meron po akong search sa labas ng office ko.
Okay. Meron bang, if I can ask Maidas, Attorney Nepomuceno, meron ba kayong CCTV of that day? This is May to, no? May 2015?
May 15, Your Honor.
May 15, 2015. Or
We'll have to check.
2015.
We'll have to check that, Your Honor.
Oh, because this is very crucial, because there is a direct conflict. Again, ito po yung mga inconsistencies natin. There's a direct conflict in the testimonies. According to Mr. Wong, 3 lang silang magkasama. According to Ms. Guito, actually 8 kayo, no? Because may 5, tsaka ikaw, si Mr. Wong, tsaka or 7 kayo. Ilan kayo, Ms. Guito, dun sa meeting?
Sir, I can't remember. I said more than 5, but less than 10.
Okay. So, can we check with Maidas if there is a...
Yes, Your Honor, we will check our CCTV recordings.
Thank you. Mr. Wong, may iba bang pwedeng magsabi na hindi na walang kasama si Ms. Guito or walang kasama si Mr. Gao? May iba ba? Yung concierge, pwede ba siya mag-testify niyan?
Kinakausap po namin para gawin ng affidavit po. Nag-iisip pa ko sila kasi masyadong matagal na po. So, naghahanap din ako doon sa CCTV kung paano makita po.
Okay. Pero sa office niyo po, walang ibang tao doon?
Hindi, office ko ako lang po mag-isa. Pero pagpasok, bago pumasok sa office, may 3 concierge tao. Bago pumasok, dadaan muna sa kanila. Bago pumasok sa office ko po.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I guess we'll need to check that and please submit that to the committee, Mr. Pomoceno, once you have the footage. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, just a few administrative matters. Senator Aquino, I would like to confirm you want Mr. Peñalosa present in the next hearing. Yes, so ordered, COMSEC. Mr. Bautista, you already have the address?
Sir, it's being handed over now.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Abad, yes?
Mr.
I see you want to say
Chairman.
something.
May I seek a clarification from the chairman? Your Honor, on March 31, Mr. Kim Wong, through his lawyer, Attorney Inocencio Ferrer, delivered to our office cold cash in the amount of $4,630,000 US. The AMLAC, represented by myself and by Insurance Commissioner Emmanuel Dook, acknowledged receipt of the money together with the ambassador, the Honorable John Gomez. Then last Friday, Your Honor, I was informed by the Honorable Ambassador that the Bangladesh Bank governor would want the money remitted back to Bangladesh immediately. And yesterday, Mr. Kim Wong, through his lawyer, Attorney Ferrer, again delivered to our office the amount of 38,280,000 Philippine pesos. We acknowledge receipt of the money with the Honorable Ambassador. Taking note of the wish of the Bangladesh Bank Governor to have the money remitted immediately to the Bangladesh, we asked the lawyer of Mr. Kim Wong if they have no objection to the turnover of the money to Bangladesh Bank. We asked that question, Your Honor, because in the documents accompanying the delivery of the money, it was indicated that the money is being delivered to the AMLAC for safekeeping. So we wanted it to be, we wanted clarification on whether that would indicate conformity to the.
Okay, I see what you mean, because the letter of the lawyer of Mr. Kim Wong just said for safekeeping.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not for turnover
Yes,
to the
Your Honor.
Bangladesh government. Mr. Kim Wong, do you agree? Do you have any objections to?
Sir, pwede ba ho, lawyer ko lang po, hindi ko po alam mga ganun po.
Hindi. Pero sa'yo, sang-ayon ka ba na yung sinurrender mong pera, ibalik na sa Bangladesh government?
So, pwede po, lawyer ko, hindi ko po talaga alam. Kung paano po. Technical.
Hindi. Sang-ayon ka lang ba? Sang-ayon ka ba?
Sa akin ho, pero okay, pero hindi ko po. Kasi may
Okay.
kailangan daw daan.
Hindi, papasagot ko yung lawyer mo. Pero sa'yo,
okay po ako.
okay ka
Ako pwede.
na ibigay.
Opo.
Can we hear from your counsel since your client is insisting?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. I am
Yes.
Attorney Inocencio P. Ferrer Jr.
Okay.
I'm one of the legal counsels of Mr. Kim Wong.
Okay.
Your Honor, we prepared a letter surrendering the abandoned funds to the AMLA pursuant to the request of the Honorable Committee, the members of the committee, that these funds should be surrendered to the AMLA for safekeeping. Why, Your Honor? Because number one, the law creating AMLA provides a process. AMLA could not just automatically give the funds to a claimant without going through the process. I think the law provides the filing of a forfeiture proceeding because nobody knows who owns the funds. Secondly, again, we'd like to give due respect to the Honorable Senate Blue Ribbon Committee because it is your committee that requested us to turn over. And since this is really a government-to-government procedure, we're just a private party. We leave it up to the government through the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, which really started the investigation to guide. We were guided by the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, so we would like the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee also to guide AMLA what to do with the money. But right now, we just follow the law.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, just a clarification, did we request Mr. Kim Wong to surrender money for safekeeping purposes sa AMLAC? I don't recall.
No, but at any rate, Senator, it's already there. It's already there.
No. The statement of the attorney is that
We requested.
and I don't recall of any request from the Blue. I am a member of the Blue Ribbon Committee. I don't know of signing or we voting, requesting Mr. Kim Wong. Ang pagkaintindi ko, sabi ni Mr. Wong, merong pera sa akin at gusto ko i-turn over yan, ibalik. I-turn over yan sa AMLAC. Yun ang pagkalam ko.
Well, at any rate, the records will bear us out. The records should bear us out there. But at any rate, we do understand what you just said, Attorney Ferrer. There is a process, and we'll let AMLA handle the process. But we'd also like to hear if Mr. Kim Wong, the person who handed over the funds, the possessor of the funds, let's call him possessor of the funds, has no objection. Notwithstanding the fact that if AMLA finds it fit that they should go through the legal process, then they shall do so. But I think what they really just want is a categorical consent.
Your Honor, on this matter, the legal counsel of Kim Wong will give him the advice. It's a very technical legal matter, and as legal counsels will be the ones giving him advice on this matter, Your Honor.
Therefore, what's the response? Would you be able to counsel your client as to a response?
Mr. Chairman, I think that
Senator Enrile?
while we want to help Bangladesh on this matter, because we expect them to help us if we are in the same boat, the point is we have to observe our laws, as they will also observe their laws. And I don't think a committee of the Senate or even the Senate can compel any citizen of this country to surrender anything to anybody until the courts of this republic will say so.
Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
Mr. Chair. Yes, Senator Enrile, but we are not compelling.
Yeah.
We did not compel Mr. Kim Wong. All we're asking is the request of AMLA that they just want to get the consent of Mr. Kim Wong. The comments of Attorney Ferrer as to a legal process, as I said, are well taken.
Mr. Chairman, the tendency, if you were in the place of a citizen, the tendency of the request of the committee is in effect a compulsion.
Mr. Chairman,
Senator Aquino?
I'd like to clarify. Yung pagbalik niyo po ng pera, voluntarily po ba yun? Or dahil kinumpel ka ng mga senador o kinumpel ka ng AMLC? O voluntary po sa inyo yun?
Voluntary po.
Okay. Just to clarify, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, okay. Okay then. So as not to dilly-dally on this issue, we just would like to make it clear that we are not compelling. We are not compelling the Mr. Kim Wong to answer in any way yes or no. It's just that there is a question by AMLA,
Mr. Chairman,
whether they have the consent of Mr. Kim Wong. Now, if you don't want to answer that, that's your prerogative. But I'd like to repeat that this is in no way should be construed as to be compelling you to answer in one way or another. Am I clear?
I'm not lawyering for anybody here. But I was present when the committee asked Mr. Kim Wong whether he would surrender the amount in his possession. And I appeal to the records to find out whether that statement is correct.
Okay.
On another point, Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask AMLC, if sa proseso po ba ninyo, hindi pwedeng ibalik sa Bangladesh? Why are you asking for the consent of Mr. Wong? In your own process, it's already been turned over to you. Kasi I think Senator Enrile's concern is we're not following the process. No? So I want to ask, ano po ba yung proseso ng AMLC pag may binabalik na pera na galing sa illegal na bagay?
Your Honor, in this case, we were asking for the conformity of Mr. Kim Wong because of, in the document accompanying the delivery of the money, it was stated that they are delivering the money to the AMLAC for safekeeping. But and here's the Bangladesh government, which is requesting for the immediate remittance of the money back to Bangladesh. So we would want to know if we can already bring the money to the Bangladesh officials so
This
they
is-
can process the transfer of money to their country, Your
Okay,
Honor.
Executive Director, I'm guessing this is because you haven't filed a case yet. So as long as you haven't filed a case yet, any transfer is between private parties. Tama po.
Yes, Your Honor, because it is our understanding that Mr. Kim Wong voluntarily surrendered the money to the
No.
Bangladesh government.
No, in fact, I would tend to agree with you that it's best with Bangladesh, no? But I think the lawyers of Mr. Wong are asking for some time to advise their client properly, which we're giving the lawyers. But my question is, it becomes a private process because wala pang kasong na-file. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Once you file the case and they do not contest the transfer of the money, then that money can be transferred. Because if they don't contest it, then it's up to the courts already to make the decision.
That's correct, Your Honor. However, if Mr. Kim Wong is willing to turn it over now, then we need not go through the legal process of filing a petition for civil forfeiture. We can dispense with a petition for civil forfeiture if Mr. Kim Wong would manifest his willingness to turn over the money to the Bangladesh government at this moment, Your Honor.
Yes. I think the lawyers have asked for time to advise their client properly, and we will give them that due, no? But I think your request is also very clear to Mr. Wong. If this is returned in good faith, then we can return it. But I think attorney or ED, filing the civil forfeiture case will really move things along. Because then we will see who will contest and who will not contest. Pag hindi nila i-contest, ibig sabihin, talagang binibigay na nila yan sa Bangladesh. But if other parties are going to contest that, then ibig sabihin nun, they claim that money as theirs. So I would say, maybe the ball is in AMLC's court. Nasa atin na po yan on the government side to file the cases as soon as possible para malaman na natin kung sino yung magko-contest talaga at hindi magko-contest ng pera. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
This is addressed to Attorney Abad and to Mr. Dook or the AMLA. I just got this document from the ambassador just now, and it says that there is this is to acknowledge receipt of 38 million pesos representing abandoned funds under the name of Gao Shuhua. And then it's signed Attorney Julia Bakay Abad, Attorney Emmanuel Dook, and His Excellency, the Ambassador, signed it. So what is the meaning of this? Does this mean that it's already, because it says receipt of funds. What does this mean then? Does this mean this is, since you're the ones who drafted this document, I suppose, I presume. Did you draft this document?
We prepared that document, Your Honor.
Okay, so since you prepared it, what do you mean by this document?
So it's just an acknowledgement of receipt of the funds, and you would notice in the second paragraph, Your Honor, it's stated there that this token of utmost sincerity and effort to cooperate, retrieve, and transmit for turnover to the Bangladesh Bank the abandoned funds should not be interpreted or construed, etc., etc. So there's a phrase there, for turnover to the Bangladesh Bank. So it
What
is
do you mean
our...
by etc., etc.?
I just did...
Turn over to the Bangladesh Bank, the abandoned funds should not be interpreted or construed directly or indirectly as an admission of what's EHLCL?
Eastern Hawaii Leisure Company, Your Honor.
Okay, or Kam Sin Wong of any guilt. Okay, that's fine, no? No. Or complicity. So what does this mean then? This receipt. It's just a receipt.
Yes.
That's it.
It's just an acknowledgement of receipt, Your Honor.
So it cannot be construed as a turnover of funds to the Bangladesh government.
Although effectively, Your Honor, the Bangladesh government, through the Honorable Ambassador, has,
Signed.
since he signed the
Yes.
acknowledgement receipt, effectively the money is being turned over to the to the Bangladesh government, Your Honor. He
I
acknowledged
see.
receipt also.
So you're saying it has been turned over, although the possession is still with you?
It is still, yes, Your Honor.
Physical possession is still
Physical
with you?
possession is still with us.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Senator, Minority Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman, we recognize that Bangladesh is the claimant of this money. There's no question about it. But the point is that this money is within the jurisdiction of the Philippines, subject to its laws. And we must follow the laws of the country. We'll have to go through the process embodied in the laws so that the government can turn over this money to the government of Bangladesh. We cannot perform the function of a judge here. We are legislators.
All right, that is well taken. At any rate, we leave it up to AMLA. You've heard all the discussions on this point, and we leave it up to AMLA to make the necessary proper legal steps.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I be excused, Mr. Chairman, may I be excused?
I have no question, Mr. Chairman. You know, we have been discussing this whole thing here, and I was observing the witnesses that we heard this morning about their demeanor and their body language in testifying here to determine because all of these things will be based on credibility of witnesses. Nobody will accept anything except an evaluation by a judge, whoever that be, to determine who is telling the truth. And that is what I was doing this morning. Common sense will tell me that somebody is lying here. So I will not identify that. But in due time, when we discuss the committee report, I'll tell you who that person is. Thank you.
Thank you for that statement, Senator Enrile. Okay, then, since there are no more questions from anyone, the hearing is for next Tuesday. What April is that? April 12. April 12 at 10:30 in the morning. Thank you, everyone.
Address, but I have his full name.
Yes, but he's your employee.
Yes, sir.
So
I will get it and provide to the committee secretary. I'll get
okay,
it now.
okay, get it now. Thank you. I'd just like to ask RCBC about the. You remember at the very start we were talking about the thank you letters.
Yes, Your Honor.
The procedure is when somebody opens an account with your bank, thank you letters are sent. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the one that sends, I think it's a thank you for opening an account. And I think this is standard operating procedure even in other banks. No?
Yes.
So it's thank you for opening an account, and it's sent to the address of the person, of the account holder. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that is one check and balance to check one of the means to check whether or not the account is legitimate. Can you now tell the committee if the
I stayed away from everybody in the branch so that they can freely have an investigation on the matter. So as to what happened with the emails, as to what happened with the documents, I really have no idea.
Okay, thank you. Senator Recto?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we have in the possession of the committee documents submitted by Philrem with regard to acknowledgement receipts. Nakalagay dito, delivered by Mark. Is this the messenger that you were saying? Delivered by
Yes,
Mark.
Your Honor.
There are several acknowledgement receipts, no? And there's a signature of a Chinese person. And this is the signature of the person you're saying, Wei Kangshu.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this was signed in the presence of Mr. Kim Wong.
Some of it, Your Honor.
Not all of it. Wasn't he...
Thank you letters for the 4 or 5 accounts were returned because of wrong address?
Your Honor, of the 5 accounts, 4 were returned, and the branch manager, Maia de Guito, Angela Torres, the CSH, and the immediate superior of Maia was advised by email of the return of 4 of the 5 accounts, the Lagrosas, Vasquez, Cruz, and Picache. The Vergara account, the letter did not return.
The letter did not return, and Ms. de Guito was
Informed, was advised, Your Honor,
via email.
via email.
Ms. de Guito, you care to comment?
Your Honor, as far as we can remember, there is nothing that we received from the email that the thank you letters were returned. Otherwise, it will be sent to the branch for us to manually coordinate with the client as to the validity of the address and why was it returned.
I don't.
But you're claiming that it was sent.
In fact, Your Honor, she received her emails for the Lagrosas account, the return to sender.
May I suspend my questioning while I study some of these new documents that arrived, Mr. Chair?
Okay, thank you. Okay, before I turn over to Senator Recto, I just want to ask, by the way, one administrative matter. Mr. Bautista, could you supply the full name, if you have not, full name and the address of your messenger, the one who was sick today?
Well, I don't have his full...
On June 3, 2015, for the Vasquez account on August 20, 2015, for the Cruz account on June 16, 2015, and for the Picache account on June 3, 2015. It's in our system, Your Honor.
So it's all, it's a long time before the dollars came in,
A
the
long
81.
time before, Your Honor.
Because 2015, the dollars came in February 2016.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you care to comment on that, Mr. Guito?
Sir, my answer is still, I have stated my answer already. I have been pulled out from Jupiter February 12. I was given a memo to directly report to the district head starting February 15, but I failed to report. So I went back to work February 16, and I was given the preventive suspension. So since that time, I have no access to my email. I have no access to the documents. So,